stood up as quickly as I could, and everyone behind me, including my crush, saw that I bled through my light gray leggings and started laughing.
Hi, sisters!
Hey guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back to my channel. Can you believe it is that time of the month? And I literally mean that time of the month. That's right, Mother Nature is visiting.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
For today's episode of Period Horror Stories, we're gonna add a little bit of a twist because you guys have highly requested this twist. I'm gonna be reading your first period horror stories because there is quite literally nothing more traumatizing than your first period. Anyone else thought they were dying? Anyways, I'm going to be ranking your stories, so let me introduce you to the rankings. So in the green, we have... Wait, did I write this? So relatable. So true, bestie. Then above that, we have You're Joking. This is so ridiculous or so insane, you have to be joking. Or at least we hope so. In the middle ground, we have Sucks, but you'll be okay, hopefully. Above that, we have Don't Leave Your Room. This is so embarrassing that you might just want to stay locked up for a bit, hiding away from society. No shame. And in the worst of the worst, it's Change Your Identity. This is so bad, you actually just might as well become a whole new person. Now go grab your snacks, go grab your tea, your pads and your tampons, and let's get into this tea.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
When I was 12, I was in math class and started having cramps. I thought it was a stomach ache, so I ignored it until I felt a stream of liquid rolling down my leg. I stood up as quickly as I could, and everyone behind me, including my crush, saw that I bled through my light gray leggings and started laughing. I was also at the front of the classroom. As embarrassing as it is to get your period in front of people and have them laughing at you, one good thing did happen from this. You found out your crush is trash.
Period, sis.
Because who are you to be laughing at me for having a natural bodily function? On to the next one. Thank you. This sucks, but you'll be okay. I almost wanted to be like, wait, did I write this? Because I hate to say this, this kind of happens to the best of us. It do be like that. Mother Nature loves to just surprise us and be like, haha, time for some humbling and humiliation.
Hi, sisters!
Why she does that? But at least now you know not to waste your time with your crush. And when you leave middle school, you never have to see these kids again. Hopefully. Maybe. I run middle school track and I'm one of the 2 girls who do distance, so we end up running with the boys. I heard my crush yell, "Someone call an ambulance, she's dying." I looked down and there was blood all over my blue shorts and all over my legs. I had no idea what a period was, so I thought I was dying too. My female coaches started laughing and making fun of me. My male coach ended up explaining to me what a period was and how it was perfectly normal. Well, now my crush is traumatized and he will no longer speak to me. Okay, well, I feel like that's definitely a smaller issue. We would hope that your crush would understand a period, you know, having no control. Happens to people with uterus and be like that. So, whatever. Crush, he'll get over that trauma. Once he starts really wanting to date girls, he'll get over it real quick. My main issue here is the female coaches laughing at a student getting their period and freaking out.
Wait a minute.
Ma'ams, did y'all not have periods? Do you not remember what it's like to have blood coming out of your coochie unexpectedly, embarrassingly, in front of other people?
You actually are insane to do that. It is very odd behavior, and that is very weird.
Oh no. Shout out to the one PE coach that was like, hey, I don't even bleed, but even I know that this is totally normal and okay. Wow, you really would hope that the ones that do bleed would feel that way. All right, because of that, I have to say you're joking. I don't care the situation. If you are generally laughing at someone in like a mean way because they're period and you experience periods, rot. No shame. When I got my first period, I told my friend. I said to her, don't tell anyone. She said, okay, I won't. Hours later, it was PE, and my friend started telling everyone I had my period, like, mind you, that she even told her brother. I was having the worst cramps, and she had to tell my male coach I was on my period too. Girl, did I write this? I think your bestie is my mom. This is exactly what my mom did. The second I got my period, my mom was literally like, oh my God, it's your period. Here. Handed me a pad, and then went into the living room and literally called everyone and their mother to tell them I got my period. I was like, I'm still in here, not knowing what to do, what is exactly happening to my body. And you're over there telling my grandma, oh my gosh, Sharon's bleeding from her coochie. Did they need to know immediately? Like, there's nothing wrong with someone's brother knowing that they're bleeding, or even their coach knowing that they're bleeding, but it's like, but did they have to know? It was my business. Did you have to do that, bestie? What can I say? You got a chimosa for a friend and be like that. Chimosas make the world go round. They keep it entertaining. I was at basketball and thought I was sweaty, but I went to the bathroom after practice and saw 1 drop of blood in my underwear. I thought I had a scratch, so I ignored it. The next day at practice, it got on my shorts, and my coach is a guy. I'm sorry, you thought you had a scratch on your coochie? How? How would you have scratched your coochie for it to have left like 1 drop of blood?
Oh my God, what is that?
What, girl? I feel like you gaslit yourself. I understand the thinking it was swamp ass at first, and it wasn't. And then you saw blood, and you were like, oh, it must be something else. All signs pointed to periods. You gaslit, gatekeeped, girl bossed way too close to the sun. On the bright side, if your coach is coaching a bunch of teen girls, I'm pretty sure he knows about periods, and he might have seen an accident or 2, so no biggie. Next time, just know, if you see some blood coming from your downstairs, it may or may not be your period. 95% of the time, it's probably your period, but it's okay. We live and we learn. So it sucks, but you'll be okay. The first time it happened, I was home alone with my sister. We only had tampons available, and she never used one before. She tried to insert it for me, but it wouldn't go in. I was crying the entire time. Despite her efforts, it ended up causing a tear around the area. When my mom arrived home, we discovered that she had mistakenly inserted it into my urethra. It was a painful experience, and I had to undergo surgery to have it removed. Oh my God, how?
What?
Okay, we're about to explain anatomy like real quick. So your urethra is your pee hole. You cannot stick a tampon in your urethra because it is too tiny. Like, it is physically impossible to fit a tampon in there. You stick a tampon in your vagina. That's where you bleed from. So the fact that sis shoved it into your urethra so hard that you needed surgery and she caused a tear. Oh.
Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
You were crying the entire time. You weren't like sobbing and like passed out on the ground. This actually sounds terrifying. Oh my God, you're joking. Listen, y'all, if you're trying to use a tampon and it feels wrong or it's painful, it's probably because you're doing it wrong, and it's painful because you're doing it wrong. Go check out my video. I have a video how to put in a tampon the right way without it hurting. Go. I promise you will not need surgery. Hopefully, unless you're really forcing it into your urethra. No, absolutely horrible. It was 1 week before Christmas break and a Saturday. That day we were going to the Christmas parade. When we went, we sat down on a white curb. I didn't realize anything until the parade was over. So when I stood up, there was a stain. I covered it with dirt and didn't tell my mom for 3 months. I kind of want to be like, wait, did I write this? Because like, I'm pretty sure I have also stood up from somewhere, seen that I left a little bit of period blood and been like, ooh, let me just hide and deny. So true, bestie, sadly. If I bled on a curb and there was dirt near me, yeah, this is the logical thing to do. What am I gonna do? Just like let people think someone got injured here, a murder occurred on this curb, there is blood here, do they need to call the cops? Nah, I'm gonna just like cover it with, you know, dirt. Just brush it off, it's fine.
Maybe I like dirt.
You did what you had to do. The whole keeping it from your mom for 3 months, like you didn't tell her that you bled on a curb for 3 months, or you didn't tell her they had your period for 3 months. Because if that's the case, go tell your mom right now you got your period. There is no shame. Your moms know that you're gonna get a period eventually. Your moms have periods or had periods. Your moms missed their periods and had you. They know all about it. Go tell them. And again, if you're leaking on stuff and there's no other way to clean it, throw a little dirt on it and brush it off. I'm on a swim team, and during the end of my first period, I was too scared to put in a tampon, so I hoped for the best and went to practice without one. I ended up bleeding all over the deck. Luckily, my coach cleaned the deck and comforted me. Only later did I realize I wasn't actually the one who bled, but it was my friend who was in the middle of her period without a tampon and let me take the blame for it. Really, girl? You really made me take the fall when it was you all along? On the other hand, I'm like, oh, maybe like the friend is just like way more shy about that, you know, like maybe they're not as comfortable with their period, they're still not as confident, so I'm like, all right, I won't be too hard on her, but I would also feel some type of way if my friend did something and I took the fall for it, but it seemed that it was fine. Like, it really wasn't that bad of a fall. So just for the sheer fact of it had not been me when I thought it was me and it was my friend instead, I'm gonna put it at you're joking. Cause like, really bestie, is this a prank? And it was. Intentional or not? Who knows? So me and my friend were camping and it was only the three of us and one girl's dad. Not soon after we got there, we went exploring when we saw blood gushing down my legs, and all of us, including the dad, started yelling and saying that something bit me and that I was dying. The dad didn't know what was happening and took me to the hospital where they broke the news to me.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
You're a grown adult, dad. You should have known better. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, dad was being proactive. Dad was like, this girl is bleeding. It is coming down her thighs like crazy. I need to get her to the ER immediately because she got bit by a bear and is gonna die. So like, respect. We appreciate dad being on it. Was he on it a little too much? Yeah. The hospital wasn't necessary. But I also can't imagine how many people go into hospitals and they're like, my child is dying, they're bleeding from their coochie. And the doctors have to be like, yeah, so there's this thing called a period. I guess the lesson here is just don't leave your room. If you didn't go camping, this wouldn't have happened. Nothing would have bit you inside your room. Maybe. We hope your chances were less. Yeah. I was prepared when I got my first period because I was subscribed to Just Sharon. So true, bestie. Wait, did I write this? Yeah, I did. This is the part where you subscribe. If you're enjoying this tea, there's a lot more tea where this is coming from, babes. Thanks. I started my period overnight at a friend's house. I was sleeping on their couch, a brand new expensive one that was white. And they tried washing it and you can still see some of the blood on the cover. I still feel bad to this day. Don't. Respectfully, I don't think you need to feel bad because one, you cannot control periods. Like if your period just happens, especially your first period, it just happens. It's not like you can suck it back in your coochie and hold it till you can go to the bathroom, you know? But more importantly, you really shouldn't feel bad because they had a white couch. Anyone who owns a white couch, you know it's gonna get dirty. People are gonna sit on it. There's gonna be like booty sweat all over it. Your clothes are dirty. Your feet, when you put them to rest on the couch, they're gonna get dirty. People are gonna bleed on them, like you're gonna spill food on them. It's just inevitable.
I am inevitable.
I would just not leave my room for a bit. Not because I would be embarrassed of getting my period on someone's couch, but because I would be worried that they would come looking for me to hand me a bill for a new couch. So yeah, don't leave your room until, you know, they cool off a bit. The night before, I thought I had appendicitis because I had a sharp cramp. Morning up, I thought I had diarrhea. Afternoon, I realized it might not be diarrhea. Showed my mom and asked if this is what a period looks like. Yeah, it'd be like that. And it really sucks, actually, when you think about it, because it's like, I have all these other symptoms. Like, you're telling me my headaches, my lower back pain, the sharp cramps in my tummy, the really bad period poops, I feel like I'm being stabbed over and over again. All of this is periods. How am I supposed to know that? When I actually have like a genuine headache, you're telling me it could be a headache, it could be my period. They're all connected. Like, why does my period need to be messing all of this up? Can't you just come out of my coochie and call it a day? I wrote this. This is sadly so relatable. Your body goes through it on your period. You thought it was just your uterus? No, it's all of you, sis. I asked to go to the bathroom and I pretended to have my period because I needed to pee really bad. I was having really bad cramps and really bad stomach aches and headaches, and I had discharged like a couple days before. Once I got to the bathroom, I just peed regularly, right? When I went back to class, I was bleeding all over the seats. So I asked my teacher to go to the bathroom and she literally said no. Sis, I don't know what to tell you, but this is literally karma. That's what you get for lying about your period, even though I think one of the pros about having your period is getting to lie and say that you were on your period to get away with things. So am I actually calling myself out? Yes, but that's besides the point.
Trust, you will be dealt with. Period.
But hey, it's okay. Mother Nature will still catch us off guard. But you know how to be better about that? With one of my period journals. So I designed this myself so that if you have your period, you get to know your body and your period better. This will last you 4 years worth of periods. Here's your days, here's what you felt, your symptoms, a spot for you to journal everything. So that way, Mother Nature doesn't catch you off guard as much. And hopefully you see her coming from a mile away. So if you want one, get it on Amazon. I'll link it for you. Like it says, don't overreact. It's so cute. Anyways, I'm just gonna have to put this at you're joking, because the whole timing of it, the whole karma of it, You're joking. That was meant to be. Karma and Mother Nature said, ooh.
Officer, right there.
My friend got her period and leaked. It dripped down her leg onto her boyfriend's white shoe. That isn't the worst part because she can't control a period. Like, it's okay, babes. But he took a pen and drew a rose over the blood stain. Yeah, that was quite the something. Ew. Yeah, it really is quite the something. You know, I don't hate him for doing that. That's actually kind of clever. It's kind of sweet, maybe.
BFFR. What did that spell? B for real.
Instead of wiping blood off, you were like, let me draw a rose on the blood. Why are you so comfortable with blood, boyfriend? I don't know if to be like, he's a keeper because he's creative, or we gotta get rid of him because this is concerning. Should we be worried about this?
Well, yes. Well, no. Well, sort of, kind of.
I don't know where to put him. You know what? We haven't had anything where we've had to change an identity yet. So just for him, we're going to put this boyfriend in that category and we're going to rename it for him. And he's weird, but I think I like him.
What the f is wrong with you?
It's a new take. We're just not going to think about the comfortable with blood part being a little bit alarming. So yeah.
No.
All right. Next one, which is the last one. When I got my first period, I didn't have pads or anything, so I just kept free bleeding until I could get something to use. That's literally periods in a nutshell. And this could happen at any time. It doesn't have to be just your first period. This is why it is so important to have period products on you at all times. In your pockets, in your purse, in your car, in your desk, in your bag.
Bus, club, another club, plane. Next place.
Because you never know when she'll strike. I mean, you do. You should know when she'll strike. My period journal will help you know when she strikes, but like, she can still strike and surprise you because she can and she wants to.
Surprise, bitch!
I have period kit videos, by the way. Go check those out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. I left a form in my pinned comment for you to submit your stories to hopefully be in the next episode. I also have a form in my description where you can send me your video suggestions and ideas, and I don't know, I might just make them. Now, shout out of the day goes to some watcher. Sis, you know I got you. I will always be spilling that tea. It's my favorite thing to do, and I'm so glad that you guys love it as much as I do. And if you do love it that much, you should totally subscribe. I have lots of tea on my channel. I have lots of tea that will keep coming to my channel, so subscribe. Thank you. But anyways, I hope you stay safe, and I hope you don't get your periods in an embarrassingly way. But if you do, I hope that you understand and know that periods are natural, periods are normal, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. It is a natural bodily function, and your body is actually pretty cool for doing that natural bodily function. So I love you guys. Bye.